All right. Hey, how's it, everybody? I am Mad Statter. This is Chatter with Statter. It is 5 p.m. West Coast time, 2 p.m. Hawaii time, 8 p.m. on the East Coast, and 7 p.m. for all our Central Coast folks. Okay, maybe not Central Coast, but still you know what I'm talking about. Those peeps up there in the Midwest who hang out all the time. That's right, Rick, Darlene, Annalise, E-Music, all those people. All right, we've got Andre in the house. We've got E-Music in the house. And of course, we've got Shock here wielding the sword, waiting for folks to come in and shouting out Lono. All right, you guys. So let's see here. Oh my God, Poppy Shaney's in the house and subscribed for 9 months. Thank you so much, Poppy Shaney. Hope you can hang out because gosh darn it, if I seem like I'm in a good mood, it is. And I'll tell you why as soon as we get this party started. Okay, all right. Rick is also here wielding that sword and subscribing for all those 9 months as well. Fantastic. Thank you guys for this resubs. And thank you so much, Andre, for the biddies. It looks like we might have a hype train coming in. No worries if we don't catch it. I'm thankful for everyone hanging out here, everyone giving all they've got, and everyone being a part of the Statterbox Crew. So, if you were here last stream, you saw me cry. You saw me almost cry. You saw me get very, very, very upset. But I am not upset anymore. And you know why I'm not upset? Because, you guys, I got my pictures. I got my pictures in my videos. That is right. So not only, as Rick pointed out, are we at a 720 broadcast with the gear, we actually have Hawaii pictures that I can share with you guys. Hawaii pictures and videos. You see, when I got home from from my vacation, that's the word I'm looking for, I had told all y'all that there was all these videos on hard drive, but I couldn't I couldn't get them out of my hard drive. And I could see that like they were there. Well, I could see that some of them were there. I actually couldn't see where all of them were. I mean, I eventually found most of them. A couple videos didn't actually happen for whatever reason. I'm not sure why, but the vast majority did. The ones that really mattered really did. So I tried to open them the normal way that I open videos, but it wouldn't work. But like I figured out if I did this fancy thing where I like opened it through this other program in this very specific order, while hopping on one foot and fingers crossed, I could actually access them. I don't know what the deal was, but I was able to grab them off of the hard drive and put them where they were much easier to get, where I can open them like usual. And so, I thought I would be able to share some of these things with you. And Poppy Cheney, tell me about it. Computers can be really frustrating sometimes. I mean, I seriously thought that the files were corrupted and they were going to be inaccessible, because every time I tried to open them, they would just sit there like, oh yeah, I'm here. You can't see what I am, but I'm here. And they just sat there and they wouldn't play. There was just nothing. But alas, like I said, when I tricked it into opening or something, it was able to open. So super, super stoked about that. And Shock, I don't know why you're sitting there looking innocent, because I know that you probably could have helped me, but I didn't even ask for your help. Instead, I cried. That's right, I cried. And then I let it sit for 2 days. And then I went back and thought, well, what if I did it this way? And that didn't work. But then I was like, well, what if I did it this way? And it actually ended up working. So, are you going to ask me what I did? I don't even remember what I did, because you know how sometimes you just stumble upon like, well, it worked this time. That's exactly what happened. So it looks like Andre has gifted a sub to Gina. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Andre, for those biddies and that gift sub. And it looks like we're on, whoa, Hype Train level 2. Dude, super awesome. Okay, so I hope that you guys, and Poppy Shaney, I'm super glad you're here, because I actually have a little video that is a different kind of view than what you're used to, but sort of similar. So let's start off with this video, shall we? stoked that you guys are vaguely appreciating this this strange video that I've got going here. Darlene, yes, this is my plane as it came over Diamondhead, flew over the Honolulu area, and then went back out. And according to Papi Shaney, I guess it's because it's going right downwind for the southern runways at H and L. And you're right, Rick, the longest part of the flight is waiting for landing. I was so confused with this video because I thought that we were going to carry on to the airport, but instead we pass the airport, go back out to the water, and then turn around to come back in. And yes, Papi Shaney, of course, it is Alaska Airlines. Alaska Airlines is the flight or the what am I trying to say? This is the airline of choice coming out of Seattle. Seattle is Alaska's hub after all, so it is generally the cheapest to fly Alaska. The tickets that I got to Oahu on Alaska from Seattle to Oahu were about half the cost of the tickets that Hawaiian Airlines was offering. So, yeah, I decided Alaska would be my choice. The wingtips, yes, of course, that gave it away. Yes, those are pretty distinct. And Pocola Tea, of course you recognize that view. That's you coming home. Now, the video is going to end in about a minute, which is kind of unfortunate because I decided I didn't want to film just the water coming back in. Which was kind of unfortunate because coming back in, I actually saw a naval submarine going out to the ocean. It was creating this huge and strange and noticeable wake. And so I'm like fumbling for my camera to try to get it out to get a picture or a video of it, but I just wasn't in time. But they weren't fully submerged. They were still partially above water as they were heading out to the deep sea. Obviously, I have no idea what submarine it was, but yeah, there was a sub going out. There was a sub going out when I was coming in, and so let's see here. eMusic, you use the time waiting for landing to ask island permission to visit and ask for its blessings while there. That's a good idea. That's a very good idea. I, on the other hand, was at that moment in my trip, I was very focused on trying to get footage for like a coherent, maybe video that I was going to try to make. Now, my experience with the gimbal and the parking lot on Saturday kind of made me change those plans. So the videos that I got were definitely a little more just random as opposed to coherent storyline and bits. So looks like Mokihana's here. Hey, good to see you. I'm back home, not on the island anymore, but you did catch that video of landing. Let's see, what was it? June 8th. June 8th is when that video was taking place, when I landed. And let's see here. eMusic, your Hawaiian spiritual teacher taught you that? No, it actually makes complete sense. And it's a good time frame. You're within sight, as it were, yet, as Rick pointed out, it seems to be the longest 15 minutes of the flight, right? So let's see here. And Andre, subs go out and then they do not surface till they come back. No, that's not true. They totally surface when they're out in the middle of the ocean. I mean, not very often, but they totally surface when they're out in the middle of the ocean. That they sometimes go out on top of the deck and actually like get sun and stuff. But my dad used to do that, at least. I mean, maybe they don't anymore, but back in the day they used to. And let's see here. Pocola Tea is all, that's deep. Me, when the plane is getting ready to land, I usually wonder if I should use the loo right away or wait till baggage claim. Fair enough. I can appreciate that. And Mokihana, yes, my trip was Makai, but it was also there were some habut moments, like when my face exploded in chemical burns from the sunscreen. That wasn't the most wonderful thing, but it was a learning experience. So, hey, it's all good. It's all good. Hey, Mariana, good to see you. Okay, so you might have missed the flight in that I had, but Mariana, I found and was able to access most of the videos that I took on this vacation. And so I'm super stoked. I hope you're super stoked. I hope we're all super stoked. Basically, that's all I have to say. I hope we're super stoked. And let's see here. Okay, so E-Music, Pacific Rim military annual practices starting in the waters here. The sub might be part of it. Oh, I bet you the sub, that was exactly what the sub was part of. It looked pretty big. I wasn't sure if it was a nuke or not, but my best guess is it probably was a nuclear submarine, just because A, the era that we live in, and B, I was up on a plane, and that submarine still looked flippin' flirpin' huge in the water below. So I'm thinking it was a pretty gosh darn big slub there. So, oh no, the video's lagging, so you can only read chat. Pacola T, we've got the gear today, so maybe try to adjust the gear, because it looks like I don't have any dropped frames, and it looks like my CPU is not exploding with confusion. So, I think, now maybe it's a Twitch thing, but I think maybe it's a your thing. So I hope it's a your thing. And let's see here. Sin plays out. Do I like hot Cheetos? No, not at all. So let's see here. Let's see here. Darlene, curious minds want to know, how did my kitties fare while I was gone? They hid in the backyard, and the only cats. Okay, so I have some neighbors who came and fed my cats while they were gone, and while they came into my house, they saw two cats, neither of which were mine. They were in the house. One of them was a neighbor cat named Jimmy. He's a big mean chonk, and then the other cat was Silver Fox, the silver foxy guy who tries to who's trying to adopt me. So they saw them, but they never saw my cats. But by the time I got home, my cats were ready to come back inside. And so they were very happy to see me. And my boy kitty, who had a weird thing on his tail when I left, he was completely healed up, which was very thankful to me, because I was kind of afraid that it might have abscessed when I was gone, but it clearly did not. And Sin plays ow. My cats are black cats, is what they are. And so let's see here. Andre, yeah, trying to adopt me. You think he has? Well, he thinks he has. He definitely thinks he has. In fact, I meant to download a picture of him to show you guys. He has decided that that my towel closet is his new bedroom. And so when I opened my closet to get a towel for my shower, he was just looking at me like, what are you doing? And he definitely, as Andre just said, he's got that smug look. So let's see here. Let's see here. Darlene and E-Music talking about a secret birthday on June 25th. Don't know who you're talking about, but happy birthday on June 25th. And let's see here. What have we got going on? Okay. So now that I've landed, you guys, now that I've landed in Hawaii, I want to then show you, let's see if I can find it first. I would like to show you my little village, no, not my village, my little video taken from the parking garage. This parking garage is the exact same parking garage that my gimbal died from. And at the very end of this little video, you'll see an overhanging area. I was under that overhang area when my gimbal decided to take a walk. So this is the view from across the street, or a view from the parking garage, and right across the street is the Hilton Hawaiian Village, and that street is Ala Moana, and that street is where the parade was. And this little overhang that we're looking at the very end of the video, yeah, that's where I was standing. And that ledge was where the gimbal was when the gimbal decided to take a walk. So, ladies 678, the simplest of simples is not always so simple. Yes, that is very true. And European Bob, it's dropping frames. Thanks for letting me know. Unfortunately, on my output, there are no frames being dropped. So I think you might need to fiddle faddle with your gear and maybe downgrade, because we actually have the gear today, and we don't always luck out like that, but today we do. So super stoked, huh? And it looks like we've got Ann Ware in the house. How's it? Good to see you, Ann Ware. So you just, European Bob, you're on 160. Yikes. Okay, my friend, you obviously are doing the best you can. Unfortunately, I don't have a solution for you, because I'm not dropping any frames on my thing. I'm very sorry about that. So let's see. All right. So, you meant 720? Oh, okay. Well, then you can hit that little gear. That's probably maybe right there, or maybe it's right there. And if you hit that gear, you can choose a slower way to down. Okay, cool. You figured it out. Perfect. That might help. Now, I'll be the first to admit, not a tech person. But I found when I've got stuff like that, that's what helps. And ladies 678, what does my t-shirt say? It says the town of Revolution is what it says. And this is a shirt that was given to me yesterday by Andre, who is in the chat here. Andre taking a vacation up in the Seattle area, and he showed me this shirt many months ago and said, "Hey, can I get this for you?" And I said, "Heck yeah!" And so he did, and now I'm wearing it today because I love the shirt too. So welcome to Chatter with Statter, by the way. I am Mad Statter, and today we are talking about Hawaii. And normally this chat show is all about what you guys want to chat about, but unfortunately today I've got so much I wanted to tell you that I'm probably just going to be all showing my videos and just blah 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 blah. So there you have it. And so what have I missed here so far? Because it looks like Andre's hungry. And Darlene, yes, I did have a prime seat for the parade. Let's see here. Who was it that said it was such a good, let's see here. Pecola Tea, yes, Hilton Hawaiian Village totally has beautiful landscaping, and I can't see who it was that commented on the wonderful location that I happened upon. So the hotel that I stayed at was called the Aqua Palms, and it was by far the cheapest hotel available. And I actually rented it through Airbnb because I guess there's some rooms in the hotel that are privately owned and then rented out through Airbnb. So I got one of those rooms. The room was equipped with a refrigerator. The room was equipped with an air fryer, coffee maker, teapot, dishes, beach towels, beach chairs, boogie board, snorkeling stuff. You know, the bathroom was completely filled with soaps and this and everything. It was quite a lovely hotel room / Airbnb, and it was in a really good location because right across the street was Hilton Hawaiian Village, and you're looking at like $350 a night. And let me tell you, that is not what I paid at Aqua Palms at all. Now, let's see here. European Bob. What is Mad Statter? That actually is a good question, and it is a play on the popular Alice in Wonderland character, Mad Hatter. I used to be an official for roller derby, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with the modern incarnation of roller derby, but back when roller derby was getting back in popularity in the early 2000s, a lot of the skaters and the participants, the officials, etc., would have funny little stage names. And so because I kept score and I was a non-skating official in charge of a lot of statistics, I became the Mad Statter. And so it absolutely is a play on that character. And I, for whatever reason, decided to keep my derby name when I got online here. And so now you know. And let's see here. And yes, the phrase "mad as a hatter" was around long before Carol started writing. That is true. That is true. And I don't actually know why hatters were considered so mad now that I think about it. But I do know that "mad as a hatter" was a phrase that I mean, actually, I didn't know that it was a phrase that was before Mad Hatter, but I kind of just assumed that phrase predated that character. So, let's see here. So you play Roller Champions? I don't know what that is, but my best guess is it's something on skates. And let's see here. Andre says, I've now become the White Rabbit, taking us down many rabbit holes of chat. That is true. Oh, hatters used mercury and got poisoned by it. Oh, all right. Okay, but why the flying fork did they need to use mercury? What? I mean, what? Okay. See, you guys, we're learning stuff. This is how the chat happens. Some random person that we've never talked to before comes into the chat with an awesome topic. Boom, Mad Hatter, mad as a hatter. Let's go down that rabbit hole. So if anybody, and Andre, I'm going to assume that you're the one who's going to be able to tell me, like, why in the flying fork did they use mercury if they were making hats? I mean, I could see, like, if they were making thermometers, but a hat and a thermometer are not the same thing in my worldview. I know, that's a controversial take. Oh no, European got Bob. Is garlic not good for you? You find that garlic is a better choice of poison? I would prefer to have garlic over any kind of mercury, that's for sure. And okay, there you go. Oh, Daughter 2. Hey, Daughter 2. Good to see you. And oh, is it part of the tanning process? I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I guess, actually, I didn't know that mercury was part of the tanning process, but I see now how there could be a connection. And Ann Ware is telling me top hats used animal pelts. And I believe the mercury was used to treat the fuzz, but don't quote me on that. So basically part of the tanning process. You guys! Awesome. And Poppy Shaney, exactly. You're having my show get accreditation so you can work on your masters while you watch, because we talk about so much random info, precisely from making mercury poisoned hats to let's see here, to Aquamation. I thought that was a good little stream that we had there where I got to teach you how to dye. And let's see here, Andre's coming in. For some reason, they used it to shape or process during the 18th to 20th centuries. Hat makers used mercury to stiffen felt for hats. They used a type of mercury called mercuric nitrate and worked in poorly ventilated rooms. Over time, the hatters inhaled mercury vapors. Okay, that makes sense. And I guess, now I had no idea that mercury would stiffen felt, but okay, that totally makes sense because, hats are definitely in fancy shapes that obviously took time to shape and mold, I guess. And the felt was made out of animal fur. Oh, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised about that at all. I've seen, the internet, it's made for cats, right? I've seen people take their old cat hair and felt it into like hats and slippers for their own cats. So, yeah, I'm not at all surprised that the felt would have been made with the animal hair. So, yeah, you can. Yeah, from what I understand, Andre, yeah, you can felt anything, any kind of fiber or hair, and let's see here, and yeah, Poppy Shaney, exactly, Andre, dude, I'm seriously impressed with how much you know about things. I can only assume that he's got some Wikipedia going on there, but then again, hard to say, because sometimes when you know random stuff, you just know random stuff. And I know this because I know a lot of random stuff. Usually the stuff that I know, though, doesn't matter. And Let's see here. Yeah, Poppy Shaney, a master's in nothing that matters. That is exactly it. You know my school of thought, Picola T, right there. That is exactly my motto. Nothing that matters. That is what chatter is all about. Chatter, by definition, is really nothing that matters, which is why we come here. We don't come here to talk about the important topics of the day. I mean, sometimes they slip in, but that's not what we come here for. We come here for things that are funny. Things like this. I saw this when I was in Kaneohe, and I had to take a picture of it. Now, I know that there's an offensive thing on that scratched into that sign, but we're going to ignore the offensive thing that's scratched into the sign, and we're just going to focus on the sign, on the fence, that lets us know there should be no signs on the fence. This particular picture I took, I actually stopped a video I was making so I could take this picture because it made me laugh so hard. So there you have it. Alrighty. Hey, Yamamoto-san, good to see you. We are talking about a lot of random stuff, my trip from Hawaii, and we're talking about how and why old-fashioned hatters, people who made hats, were insane or mad. Why the phrase "mad as a hatter" came to be. And let's see. And as it turns out, hatters would be inhaling mercury vapors, and that would make them go insane. And the mercury itself was used to help shape the hat and make the hat hold the little rims and the indents and the folds and the fanciness of the hat. That's what they were for. And I know, Mokihana, wasn't it? I mean, it's just, obviously eMusic, it was referring to a very specific kind of thing. I'm sure not just political signs, but probably advertisements for, garage sales or this or that and t'other. Yeah, there's 1,000,008, but it made me laugh so hard, I had to take a picture of it. So that, though, you can find that sign in real life in Kaneohe. And there you go. And let's see here. Andre is saying they had a show on how dangerous everything was in Victorian times. It was crazy. Yeah, it sounds like there was a lot of advanced knowledge in how to use chemicals, but it's beginning advanced. So they didn't really realize, that mercury, probably shouldn't be breathing that. Nope. And so let's see here. Pacolity, that's funny. You find that sign kind of offensive. Cute. There we go. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have? Oh, I know what else we have. All right. So because I was in Hawaii, I don't know if you know this, but I'm going to tell you about this right now. When you are on Oahu and you're in Waikiki, if you don't take at least one photo of Diamondhead, you will be banished from the island forever. It's a law. They have a pamphlet. They hand them to you as you get off the airplane. They let you know that you have to take a picture. It's your one obligatory picture of Diamondhead. And you got to do that. You have to. So there's my obligatory picture of Diamondhead. So I am now allowed back on the island. But here's something I didn't know about Diamondhead. And I found this out from a Brother Bruce video. And Brother Bruce, if you don't know, he hangs out on Daily Pigeon Live with Andy Bumatai, which is a Twitch show. And Brother Bruce is from Oahu. And he does all sorts of point of view videos of the areas on the island. And one of the areas that he recently posted a video about was Diamondhead. And while I was watching his video and reading the info on it, he pointed out that Diamondhead obviously is not the traditional Hawaiian name. Leahi is the traditional Hawaiian name. I had no idea. And it's odd that I had no idea because I knew that Lono had a song called Leahi. And I suppose if I had read the lyrics to the song, I might have made a clue, but I did not. So Leahi apparently translates to brow of the tuna. And I can kind of see, if you know what a tuna looks like, I can kind of see why it's called that. And so this is my obligatory picture of Diamondhead. And now we're going to listen to the obligatory Lono music song.
Leahi. Leahi.
All right, our little Lono interlude, as it were. Thank you so much for hanging out. Now, if you aren't familiar with Lono music, you can find Lono music on YouTube. He's got his own channel. His username is Kaupe'epe'e, but for those who aren't familiar with the Hawaiian language, sometimes it's easier just to do a YouTube search for Lono music. You'll see him right there, and you can click on him, and you'll get more videos like that. If you're interested in purchasing some music from Lono, you can go to lonomusic.com. All of his albums are available there. All the music you hear on my stream is provided by Lono Music. If Lono Music is not the vocalist that you're hearing, that is okay. He is the one who produced that song. I've got a couple songs that are going on in the background that Lono did not perform on, but he did produce. I have permission to use those tunes, and so I hope you enjoy everything that you're hearing in the background, because that is Lono as well. So let's see here. Anne says his version of Pua Ahihi makes you tear up every time. Awesomeness. Yeah, there's a couple songs of his that I have that he has that make my eyes feel like they're a little dusty. It makes someone must be cutting some onions. And Andre, thank you so much for the 400 biddies. I am super stoked for that, that you're enjoying yourself enough to do that. And let's see here. And as Anwar said, oh, Poppy Shaney, thank you so much for the 200 biddies. And as Anwar mentioned, Gabby Pahinui is the one who wrote the song Leahi, even though Lono was the one that we just watched do that. And I believe, let's see here. No, I was about to say something that was very wrong. But Lono does a version of Hi'ilave that, quite honestly, I mean, I know I'm biased, but like, no one needs to do the song anymore. It's been done as good as it's gonna get. Like, Lono's version of Hi'ilave on his live album with this mandolin player named Sean. No, not Sean. Well, I don't remember what the mandolin player's name is. But if you have an opportunity to find the live album that Lono has where he's playing with a mandolin player, their version of Hi'ilave on that album is, quite honestly, the best version there ever will be. It's been done, and so just everybody can stop now because it's just been done. Yeah, I know that's just silly of me to say, but seriously, good luck doing better than that. And Andre, thank you so much for that gift sub to Andy Boomatai. And Poppy Shaney, thanks so much for throwing down that gift sub to Denise 101. I'm so thankful that you guys get to share the love here that we have. And now that the tax deadline is over and my trip to Hawaii has been done, I get to focus on getting you guys some more better emotes. So hopefully all you guys who are subbed are enjoying the emotes that we've got right now. But coming soon, there will be more emotes. There will be, I promise, more and different and hopefully better, because they can only get better. Some of the emotes that I have, like the flying forks, are a little bit janky, but that's okay. I love the little flying forks, and I love my super stoked, even though they're not really that good. And Mokihana, I love those kitties. Now, those kitties are actually, those are Twitch emotes that Twitch create for you if you don't know how to make emotes. And so those actually aren't mine. Those are like for general use, but I love them so much that, you know, and everybody else loves them too. So I'm going to keep them. And Anware throwing down my bees. My bees are one of my favorite emotes. Actually, I was very proud of my bees. And the incoming turkey, that one is just so silly that I kind of like that one too. And then, gosh, Anne, you're just throwing down everything. The plumerias, though, I have to say, are probably one of my favorite emotes. But gosh darn it, then you throw down the Prel dots, and I love the Prel dots too. And then we've got the Zippy Yum Boy, and then we've got the Prel logo. Oh my goodness, you guys. Yes, these are all the, if you subscribe, these are the emotes that you'll have access to. And don't even get me started on my soapbox. So let's see here. Andre is saying, it's funny being up here, because Andre is in the area. I drive around and I think, this looks familiar, because I've seen it on Mad Statter's Holo Holo, and I've been doing a lot of holos around here. Yeah, exactly. And that is exactly what happened to me when I was on Hawaii. On Oahu, I mean. I would turn a corner and suddenly I'd just be like, this was in Andy's video. Or, Photo Luke did a video here. In fact, as I was coming home, coming back to town from, the Mokulea, I think is where it's called, up in the North Shore. I was going along this road and I thought to myself, is this Snake Road? This seems like it's Snake Road, but I'm going the wrong direction. And then I looked in my rearview mirror and I got this shot of the waves, and it was exactly what Andy was talking about. Andy Bumatai was talking about when he did his video on that road, only going toward the ocean. It was a shot right out of his video in my rearview mirror. And I was just like, yes, this is totally Snake Road. I absolutely recognized it. I love that. And that's right, Anne. You can point and laugh and go, ha, because I love that. But I do. I love that. You guys are just throwing down all the emotes. I need to learn how to get emotes to go all over. I need to learn how to do Twitch better. I don't do Twitch very well. I need to learn how to do it much better. And yeah, exactly. And cool deja vu, but for the first time. And did I visit the heiau? No, I did not visit any heiaus. I did a lot more driving than wandering on foot. And consequently, I got a lot of driving videos, which was one of the reasons why I was really bummed that I lost all those videos. But as it turns out, I didn't. And so we're going to watch another video. Let's see, which video are we going to watch? Oh, here we go. Okay. So this video, is basically, from past Hawaii Kai up through Waimanalo. And I thought it was really pretty. So I wanted to show a video. So here we go. And then here's me in the corner. Now, okay, so danger, do not go beyond this wall, right? All right, so see this lady in pink? I kind of was pissed at her. And not really her, but her husband and her daughter. Because I went up to her to take a pic, or I went over to that area to take a picture. So she started talking to me about how her daughter and her husband are down, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, how did they get down there? And she's like, oh, they just climbed over the wall and walked down there. And it was just like, lady, down there is really dangerous. And I kind of wanted to scare the life into her, saying, well, I hope they don't have to get rescued, so you have to pay for that rescue. I don't know if Hawaii makes the tourists pay for the rescue. But when they very specifically go over a wall like that, and then they need to be rescued, dude, seriously, I have no patience or sympathy. Like, pay for that. You pay for that rescue. You willfully broke a rule. You willfully did something stupid. Willfully and knowingly. You get to pay for the rescue. Now, granted, I don't know if they needed to be rescued or not, but I was getting a little bit uppity in my head. I didn't say anything bad, but I wanted to. And Darlene, yeah, it doesn't matter. Still got around and saw things. Yes, I drove on almost all of the main highways. And so I got to see all the different parts of the island. And I did get to meet up with the people. Seriously, you guys, everybody that I met up with, I got to meet up with Andy, thank goodness. I got to meet up with Michi Mama. I got to meet up with Carol, and I got to meet up with Wild Willie, and I got to meet up with Option, and it felt like I was just hanging out with friends that I'd known forever. And so that is the strangest thing about the online situation, right? But man, you can really feel close and get to know one another. Oops, sorry about that. Get to know one another, even if you've never been in the same physical presence. And it looks like eMusic coming in with, yes, they would get charged where there's a sign. Good. I mean, I don't want to wish bad luck on anyone, and I don't want to wish the need to get rescued. But on the other hand, I kind of want them to have to get rescued and then have to pay for it. And Vanilla Coke Pepsi, sorry you're late. You were just looking at pictures of Taylor Swift. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me that pictures of Taylor Swift might make you late there, my friend. But we are currently right now watching a video that I took when I was on Oahu. And if I remember correctly, this beach here that you're seeing, that is Sandy's. And Sandy's is a huge beach. But it's also a very dangerous beach. If you are not familiar with a stiff shore break, then you really have no business being in the water at Sandy's. And let's see here. All right, so Andre says you need to have a PSA in Hawaii. Do not be a dumb Haole tourist. It should be done by the angry locals. Yeah, well, they kind of actually do. The angry locals do have that one video about how you shouldn't touch the monk seals or anything like that. That really would be a good PSA to to show at the end of every flight. Absolutely. And let's see here. And Rick is agreeing. Yes, they should show that video on all incoming flights. Precisely. And Picola T, to answer your question about the shave ice, no, I actually only ended up getting shave ice at Matsumoto's. And I had proof of that from A, the picture I posted on my Facebooks, and B, if you were watching last stream, you know that I had a Matsumoto's rainbow shirt on. And I have to say, I don't think I've ever had Matsumoto's before. And it's been a long time since I've had shave ice. But I can honestly say, with my memory of how much I liked it and how much I didn't like it, shave ice really kind of, to me, was always kind of meh. I mean, it's good. On a hot day, it is good. But it's not something that you generally crave. Oh my God, dude. I don't know what Matsumoto's does, but their shave ice is the best flippin' shave ice. The texture isn't anything like even other shave ices that I've had on Oahu. The texture of Matsumoto's is like, it's the lightest, fluffiest of snow. I can't, it is just, I mean, I can't even put words to it. Matsumoto shave ice is like none other. And Picola T, only one shave ice sampling? Do you know what that means? You must return for more research. Yes, that is exactly it. And did I go all 80s girl talking about it? I didn't even realize that. That must be how good it was. It just went deep to my childhood soul. Because I'll tell you guys, Matsumoto's, I mean, I know you know. I know you already know. But even though I knew, oh my God, I didn't know. Dude. So, let's see here. Oh, it looks like Shock is back. It looks like maybe she's got the internets again. And yes, Vanilla Coke Pepsi, the sky and the water that particular day was extraordinarily blue. It's part of my trip to Oahu. There was some clouds and some rain and some humidity, but today, or not today, but the day on the video, that is definitely not one of those days of the clouds and the humidity. And Andrea, you remember camping as a kid in Hawaii and loving when the shave ice mix plate truck came? It was so good. Yeah, I mean, it's good, but like, there's better. I mean, holy flirking snit, you guys. Really, if you're not staying on the North Shore is a little bit of a pain in the arse to get to, but just a little bit. And honestly, it is worth it. Now, I have to admit, Haleiwa, super cute town, but when I was there, it was kind of stinky. Like, the river was kind of stinky. I don't know what the deal was. Maybe it hadn't rained in a long time, and so the water was low or something. But the town itself was kind of stinky. And let's see here. A Pocola T looks like you can see Molokai in the distance. Perhaps, I don't know, but you're right. That is the direction that Molokai would be in. And that's super awesome if it was clear enough to be able to do that. Oh, Anne. Oh, Poppy Shaney. I can't help it. I'm a West Coast girl who grew up in the 80s. I am, like, for sure, way totally Valley sometimes. Yes, sirree. And Rick, yeah, the North Shore is only 45 minutes on the H2. Absolutely. But the key is without the traffic, right? And I actually took the very long way around to get to Haleiwa. I took the Cam Highway instead, Leahi, and then the Cam Highway around for reasons. I know that it was the longest way to get there, but that's what I did, and like I said, dude, super cute town. I have a video of Haleiwa, not for today, that'll be later. I have a video of it so you guys can see how cute of a town it is. However, at the end of the Haleiwa video, and I was really surprised. I mean, I was super surprised to see this, and I don't know why I was so surprised, but I was. At the end of town, in Haleiwa, they have a McDonald's. I was really bummed, dude. I don't know why I was really bummed, but I was bummed. And Vanilla Cookie, only 2 days left of high school. It's almost over. Holy flirking snit, dude. I didn't realize that you were in grade 12. I don't know why I thought you were slightly younger than that. So you're like almost done with high school? Oh my God. I'm so stoked for you. I bet you just are so stoked. And I know that's about the dumbest thing I could possibly say, but whatever. Let's see here. Oh, you're in grade 10. See, that's what I thought. So you're not done with school. You're just sort of done with school. Got it. So then you're only semi-stoked. I mean, you're still stoked, just semi-stoked. That's all. Let's see here. And Andre, you're from California. And yes, lots of girls did talk like that. And they still do. Yeah, apparently they still do. What do you know? And and where I think I was Valley girlish in junior high, but I was cured of it by 90s existential angst in high school. There you go. E-music. Haleiwa residents fought McDonald's coming to their town, but couldn't stop it. I'm not at all surprised to hear that they fought it. Like I said, when I drove through, I was surprised to see it because Haleiwa is really very non-developed. It is super old school, and I know that that's not going to stay. It's not going to stay that way for very long. And so I feel really happy that I was able to get some video footage of it to document like what it's like now. But yeah, that Golden Arches was kind of a shock. That was kind of a shocker. And let's see here. Poppy Shaney is telling Shock, rent Valley Girl with Nicolas Cage or any of the silly Pauly Shore movies and you will be totally Valley Girl speak in no time. Wait, actually, you're too smart and too cool to talk like that. On second thought, don't rent those movies. Well, here's the deal, Poppy Shaney. Here's the deal. So you see, by the time I was in 6th grade, like 11 years old, I had seen the movie Valley Girl over 60 times. It was quite literally one of my favorite movies as a kid. And it will be shown on Statterbox at the cinema at some point. I do not currently own Valley Girl with Nicolas Cage, but I plan on owning Valley Girl with Nicolas Cage, and I will be showing it on Statterbox at the cinema. So Shock won't have to buy it because she can hang out at Statterbox at the cinema and watch it. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Statterbox at the cinema, every Saturday night, Mad Statter and all the Statterbox crew, we hang out 6 p.m. West Coast time and watch a movie. I have a movie that I'm going to play this week, but I don't remember what it is, so I'm not going to tell you. But maybe before the end of the show, I'll tell you, because I'm trying to remember what I've got. I don't even remember. So I need to remember before I tell you. But yeah, one day at Statterbox at the cinema, not this Saturday, but someday we will be watching Valley Girl. And that's right. Vanilla Coke Pepsi, you know a girl who has a fat crush on Nicolas Cage. I did not like Nicolas Cage in that movie or any other time. And where? 60 times. Yes, but you have to understand. This was one of the few movies that one of my friends who had a VCR, we did not at my house, but she did. It was one of the few movies that they owned. And it was also one of the few movies that she and her older sister could agree on watching. So literally, whenever I went over to her house, we would play that movie. And so, you know, I went over to her house at least 60 times, right? So, yeah, it was actually a perfectly logical reason to watch it that many times. So there you go. And let's see here. Pacola T, Haleiwa seems really hipster modern to you these days. 40 years ago, it was really a two-lane town. Yeah, I'm not surprised to hear you say that, especially with some of the businesses that were in Haleiwa. I have no doubt that town has changed immensely. But at least, though, the structures are still, the building structures are still, the architect is still older, old-fashioned, old feeling. And I have a feeling that that's going to change big time. I mean, obviously, I don't know, but I have a feeling that is, they're going to be tearing down some old buildings and building up some new buildings and probably even putting in hotels at some point. So, so let's see here. You watch Girls Just Want to Have Fun too much, but 60 got you beat. I don't think I've ever seen the movie Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Let's see here. Oh, interesting. So Captain Haleiwa is somebody from, obviously, Haleiwa. I wonder if I saw him. And let's see. So, Shock, you're saying one of us got to run Buckaroo Bonsai? I don't know what that is, so I guess that's going to have to be you. And right here, we're just outside of Waimanalo when this tragedy happened. My cell phone got super, super hot and decided to stop filming. So we didn't get to get any more of that. But shortly after that, I got into a really long traffic stop. So it was probably a good thing that it stopped. And let's see here. Shock, exactly. There was a movie called Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Yeah, I'm right there with you on that one, Shock. I didn't know that. Let's see here. Shock is confused that I haven't seen The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai in the 8th Dimension. Well, I think we've had this conversation before, right? Like, for the most part, most movies you can name, I will be like, yep, haven't seen that one. Like, for instance, that one movie that's out again, only it's different now. Top Gun. Yeah, I've never seen Top Gun before. Not the first one or the new one. And, you know, it just, yeah, no. Yep, exactly, Shock. Neither one of us are movie people. No. But what one of us is, and that's me, I'm a rule breaker. And, Pacola T, cure for overheated cell phone? Shave ice. Definitely shave ice. I wonder if the shave ice would have revived the phone that got killed in the gimbal, the unfortunate gimbal accident. I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant, Picolati. So let's see here. Vanilla Coke Pepsi. You never heard of Top Gun until the new one came out, and you still don't know what it's about. Well, you know what, Vanilla Coke Pepsi? I lived through the first Top Gun, and I guess I'm living through the second one as well. And I feel the exact same way about that as you. I don't know what the first Top Gun was about, and I certainly don't know what the second Top Gun was about. Yeah, there you go. I don't know. And I lived through it. So there you have it. There you have it. And let's see here. Shock, you put your phone in front of the AC vent, shove that bugger right between the veins. Actually, that's exactly what I did. That's precisely what I did. And so it did eventually cool down. And then I got a couple pictures of some horsies on the side of the road and a couple pictures. And I did get a little bit of video again shortly after. But like I said, I was stuck in traffic for a really long time. So then I just stopped filming. So I was like, well, nobody wants to sit here for 15 minutes looking at the back of this gray Prius. Because that's basically what we were looking at. It was the back of the gray Prius. So, and the first Top Gun was about Tom Cruise's overly gelled hair. Well, now, I beg to differ. Because you see, no movie just includes Tom Cruise. It's Tom Cruise and his nose. Don't forget about Tom Cruise's nose. He gets second billing. Tom Cruise and his nose, plus the gelled hair. That is what Top Gun is about, I guess. Yeah. Ouch, says Picolati. My pilot buddies just fainted when you said you didn't get Top Gun. I never watched it, so I mean, I don't really know what there is. It's just, it's a bunch of dudes flying around. I don't know. And let's see, Shock, if I can find, and I'm sure I can, I don't have it uploaded, but when I find the pictures of horsies, I will get you some pictures of horsies. I will. And hey, Poppy Shaney, thanks so much for hanging out with all of us. You go have dinner with Tracy and Cooper, and I hope that you have a great evening too. Thanks so much for hanging out and for all the gift subs, etc., and your sub and the biddies, all of the things. And let's see here. Who is, I don't know who's on ponies, but let's see here. Okay, so Shock, you're gonna have dinner with you, Scott, and Cocoa Pie. I don't know who Cocoa Pie is, but can I have a piece if there's an extra? Because Cocoa Pie sounds good. Cocoa Pie sounds super good. All right. Now, Cocoa Pie doesn't sound very good. Never mind. Okay, Shock, Cocoa Pie is your bird. I don't want a piece of your bird. Never mind. I wanted a piece of pie. I wanted pie. And I thought that Cocoa was the parrot, but I never heard Shock referred to Cocoa Pie as a pie. And so I didn't know if it was the same. And yeah, no, I definitely don't want a pre-spiced bird. No. Vanilla Coke Pepsi, you're craving apple pie. I could go with a slice of apple pie, but I have to wonder, do you put maple syrup on your apple pie? I've never heard of anybody doing such a thing, but if anybody anywhere has done such a thing, I'm gonna guess it might be you. So, tell me, have you ever put maple syrup on your apple pie? And, let's see here. You do put caramel though, or you don't put caramel? Okay, so you don't put maple syrup, which kind of makes sense. Like I said, never heard of it, but you do put caramel. I've never done that before, and I don't know if you do or if you don't, because you said you don't, but you sort of said you do. Okay, you don't put maple, but you do put caramel. Gotcha. Well, that sounds good, the caramel part. And you've never had maple pie before, but it sounds good. I have never had maple pie before. I've never heard of maple pie, but suddenly I'm feeling a desire to somehow make a maple pie for you, or at least come up with a recipe of maple pie. So we might have to work together to figure out a maple pie situation, sir. That might be our whole point in life. That might be our whole point in life, is to make a maple pie pie. Wait, maple pie pie? Whatever. So, let's see here. What are we talking about? Oh, and your dad puts a slice of cheddar cheese on apple pie. It confuses you. Yeah, you know, a lot of people swear by cheese on apple pie. I've never had it, but I've been told like a little bit of melty cheese on there is really good. And it seems like Midwestern people do it a whole lot. You're obviously from the Midwest and don't, so you're an outlier, I guess. But then I'm reading that Shock is considering that a New England thing. Yeah, I don't think of it as a New England thing at all. It's definitely like my Midwest people are the ones who do the cheddar cheese on the apple pie. And let's see here. E-Music is saying that your mom used to as well, maybe a generational thing, cheese on top of apple. It's not, I don't know if it's a generational thing or if it's a regional thing or whatever, but it is a thing and people still do it. I think it's weird, but then again, you know, people put salt on watermelon, which I think is weird. I think a lot of things are weird. Doesn't mean you can't do them. It just means I might not steal them off your plate. Or I might steal them off your plate if I realize that, yeah, it's weird, but it's still good. So, let's see here. Rick is saying that Monty Python has a maple pie recipe. And Vanilla is saying that there is maple syrup pie and maple cream pie. Well, shoot, I'm learning stuff today, all sorts of things. I'll have to delve into the recipe books, and I guess maybe it's not my life purpose to create that recipe because it's already been created. All right then. And let's see here. And where cheddar cheese and a grilled cheese, yes. On dessert, no. Rick, Midwest here, never had cheese on any pie. All right. Well, I'm telling you guys, my Midwestern roller derby peeps, maybe it's because they're roller derby peeps and they just like to eat all sorts of junk food. I don't know. But yeah, my Midwestern roller derby peeps definitely are all about the cheddar cheese on the pie, which is just weird. It's very, very weird. And, okay, so Vanilla Coke Pepsi is doing my research for me. Turns out that maple pie is very big in Quebec, and they get food right. All right. And Mokihana, did I go to Zippy's Leahi Bakery while on Oahu? Yes, and sort of. I went to Zippy's twice, and I got their Korean. I got their Korean chicken. When I ate with Andy, because my sister, coincidentally, who didn't even know I was in Hawaii, she messaged me right before I went to go meet Andy at Zippy's, and she was like, oh my god, I'm craving Zippy's Korean chicken right now, and she sent me a picture, and I was like, that's really weird, because I'm just about to, I'm on Oahu right now, and I'm just about to go to Zippy's. She was like, oh my god, you need to get that chicken. So I got that chicken. I was going to get the noodles instead, but I got the chicken. The chicken was good, but I kind of wish I got the noodles because, well, I like noodles. But then before that, the first time I went to Zippy's, I got the chicken and the chili, no beans. And that was super good too. Their Lily Koi drink, super awesome. The Leahi Bakery I went into, but it was so flippin' crowded. I got a little bit scared and intimidated, and so I left. So I sort of went to the Leahi Bakery, but not really. But I did go to Zippy's twice. And let's see here. E-Music, salt on watermelon. Your grandpa did that. He used to eat it on hot summer days. Maybe salt to replenish in hot weather. Oh, that could be. That's actually very logical, actually. But to me, it just seems like I don't want to eat salt watermelon. I just want fresh watermelon, you know? And Picola Tea, happy childhood memory. Mom taking you to the cafe at Liberty House, Ala Moana, having apple pie with melted cheese on top. I'm telling you, and I feel like we've had this conversation, you and me, before, Picola Tea. I feel like actually we might have talked about melted cheddar cheese on pie on Chatter with Statter before, because I feel like I've heard this story. But since you bring up Liberty House at Ala Moana, I know you probably can't remember or don't know, but if you can, what store, like, is the Liberty House... Okay. I know that at Ala Moana Center, well, I know that everywhere, Liberty House doesn't exist anymore. I know this. But the store that used to house Liberty House in Ala Moana Center, does it exist? And if so, what is it now? Because when I was there, I was trying to God, I remember Liberty House so well. And I was trying to... Ala Moana Center has changed a little bit, you know? So I was trying to get my bearings, and it really wasn't working, so... I wanted to say that it was Macy's that used to be Liberty House, but I also knew enough to know that I don't remember. It was Macy's! Okay, yes! Awesome, we've got Mokihana, Pokolati, and Daughter 2. Macy's, right? The story is now Macy's. Okay, I thought it was. I did. I drove by and I was like, I feel like that's where it used to be. But I just... wasn't sure. So, yes! Liberty House lasted longer in Hawaii than on the mainland. I didn't know that there was Liberty House on the mainland. I thought that Liberty House was just a Hawaii store. I had no idea that was even on the mainland. And so, let's see here. Oh, you worked at both part-time? Okay, so yeah, you definitely would know then, Mokihana. Awesome. Okay, so now I feel very, very sure in that knowledge. Perfect. Okay, we've got about 10 minutes left of the show, and I've got one more little video that I'd like to show you guys, because I have told this story before, and now I'm going to give you a little bit of a real, like, view of what the situation was. All right, picture it. It's 6 a.m. on a Sunday morning. My mom and dad are busy doing things. My dad's doing things outside. My mom's doing things inside. I'm in my underwear. And each of the parent thinks I'm with the other parent. So, this is the house that this takes place in, right? And if you'll notice, in the background there, like if you look in the background, you'll see a little body of water right underneath that green section of, plants and stuff. So that is some kind of saltwater body where there's a marina over there, right? And so this garage is the garage to the house that I live in. That's the marina. I'm 3 years old. Now, I decided to go... There's the same house, different angle though. I decided to go chase the dog that had run loose, to go chase it. Because, I needed to bring the dog home, because the dog, he was for our neighbor's dog, and he was off of his leash, running. And so a 3-year-old, I followed him down this street to a shopping center where eventually the cops found me and brought me home. Now, when the cops brought me home was right around the time that my parents realized I was missing. And of course, my parents thought that I had fallen in the water across the street from the house. But nope, I was just chasing a dog. And eMusic says to Andre that CVS changed Long's name this year. Well, I can tell you that when I was on Oahu this last week, they were still Long's on the building at least. I didn't go in, so I didn't get a receipt. I don't know what was on the receipt, but on the buildings at the moment, that doesn't mean it's not going to be different like next week. But at the moment, they still say Long's on them. I have no doubt that CVS is going to change it to CVS. But at this very, very moment in time, there's still Long's. You could still take a picture of a Long sign. So let's see here. Shock. You don't have to look at what's on the receipt, just whether that bug is 5 feet long. No doubt, dude. CVS receipts are a little bit ridiculous. And so this is the little grocery store thing that the cops brought me home from. And so we're going to drive around the grocery store for just a little minute, and you'll see why I stopped. When I stop, you'll see why. You'll know why. I won't tell you, but when you see it, you'll know it. And let's see here. eMusic is saying you saw a press release changing the name. Yeah, like I said, I have no doubt that they're in the process of changing it, but right at this moment, it's still like, oh, that's the logo I remember. Because I'll tell you what, if I'd be annoyed if I saw that the Longs was then CVS's. I would really, really be annoyed. Bacola T, darn cops, probably the reason Statter did not grow up to be a dog catcher. That's it. That's exactly it. It's all the cops' fault. So let's see here. I know Vanilla Coke Pepsi, you've never seen a palm tree in person. They look weird. To tell you the truth, my friend, they do kind of look weird. They're messy and dusty and the like. They are very strange trees. Sort of prehistoric looking, which they probably are in a way. But they are quite scenic. That being said, I wouldn't want one in my yard. They're quite messy. And eMusic, is this the Coco Marina Shopping Center in Hawaii Kai? You better believe it. That is exactly where we are at. And that is exactly where I got brought home from when I was 3 years old in my underwear, 6 a.m. on a Sunday morning. And Shock says, my dad has a palm in his yard and maintenance is an issue. Yeah, they're definitely something that you need to maintain. And as you can see, what am I doing right now? I'm waiting for somebody to pull out of a parking spot. Why do you suppose I'm thinking about parking? Does anybody have any idea why I might be parking right there, right then, at that moment? Any ideas, guys? Any ideas? Any ideas about what happened there? That's right. Malasadas is what happened there. Rick got it. Ding, ding, ding. That is it. Food truck for Leonard's. And eMusic, that hill is Coco Head, I think. I think so too. I know enough to know that I don't know, but I think you do know. And yes, that is the Malasadas. And I got the original, I got the Simonin, and I got the Haupia. And I have to say, I like the Simonin better than the original. And I really wish I got the chocolate one as well, because it was really good. I mean, it was messy, but it was worth the mess. It was definitely worth the mess. However, when I got the Malasada, I had to go back because I forgot to get a handful of napkins because, like I said, they're messy. And Pakalika72, how's it? Is good with me. I hope it is good with you. I found, I don't know if you knew this or not, but I went to Oahu and then I thought I lost all my videos and pictures, and then I found the videos and pictures. And Pakalika, I don't know if you caught the last tail end of that video, but the truck that I parked right next to was the Leonard's Malasada truck, that red and white striped iconic food truck that we all know and love. So yes, I didn't go to Leonard's proper, but I did go to Leonard's food truck, and I got myself some Malasadas. And that's right, I got myself some Simonin Malasadas. There you go, Ann, I said it again. I got the Simonin. And then, hey, Broken Soul, so happy to see you. And you had to get some at L&L in San Antonio. That's awesome that they have them at L&L in San Antonio, because they do not have them here at the L&L in my neck of the woods. However, the L&L in my neck of the woods does have lumpia, and that makes me happy, because lumpia makes me happy. And it looks like Andre just gifted some subs, so thank you so much, Andre, for gifting that sub. And let's see here. What else do we have here that I'm missing? Looks like Rick knows that it's Coco because it's the Coco stairs that he climbed. And I don't know if I said thank you, Andre, for those biddies. So if I didn't, thank you for those biddies. Okay, so we are about ready to wrap things up. But let's see if I can figure out what it was I was going to play. Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to play. Okay, so Statterbox at the cinema this Saturday, 6 p.m. West Coast time. It's going to be a long movie. It's an old movie. It's an Al Pacino movie. It's called Dog Day Afternoon. It's a groundbreaking movie. Now, I know the last couple movies that we've shown here on Statterbox at the cinema have been stupid, mindless, silly, brain candy, goofy, kind of dumb, you know, all those things. Well, this movie is none of those things. This movie is is long and kind of heavy, touches on some serious social issues. It's about a bank robbery, you know, it's all sorts of things, but it's good. Oh, it's a good movie. And I say this, even though I'm going to offend everyone in the world right now, I don't really care for Al Pacino. I'm not impressed with him. I'm just, he's an actor, whatever. Dude, he's so good in this movie. So see, I say this not as a fan, just as a legit, like, oh my God, dude, this movie. So, this movie, 6 p.m., West Coast time, Dog Day Afternoon. Don't hate me, because I'm not a huge Al Pacino fan. But in this movie, I'm a huge Al Pacino fan. And Andre, oh really, they make it, people watch it in film school? I did not know that, but absolutely they should. It's a good movie. For those of you who are on the younger side, this movie takes place in the early 70s. So you get to look at this movie and go, oh my God, air used to be that color? That is correct. Air used to be that color. So, so there you have it. And let's see here. It looks like Shock's going to run a Hawaii documentary again and keep it short so you guys have room for movies on Saturday. I'm assuming what Shock means is on Friday, she will be showing that movie. And I have to say thank you so much, Shock, for keeping the slot warm with all the movies you were showing and all the streams you were doing while I was over on Oahu. I super appreciate it, and I'm very sorry, you guys, that I didn't live stream while I was on Oahu like I promised, but the gimbal was kind of part of that plan, and when the gimbal died, the dreams died with it. So, I hope you understand, and I do think you might. And let's see here. A-Music, you're with me on Al Pacino. Right, I mean, it's just like, you know, it's not like he's a bad actor, he's an actor, whatever. And so let's see here. Shock is agreeing. Yeah, air used to have color. That's exactly it. And Rick, no, it is not rated G. No. I mean, I guess it's rated G for, oh, good God, cover your eyes. But no, it's not rated G. And, oh, Pakalika, you really know how to just push those boundaries, don't you? So, and where is that movie in the 1000 movies you must see before you die? Excellent. Well, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you guys die. There you go. You can die with one of those movies crossed off that list. Okay. All right. So it is 6:30. You guys have been super fun today. I hope you've had as good of a time here at Chatter with Statter that I've had. And I hope you don't feel like this is someone who's dragging you over for dinner just so I can show you slides of my vacation. But I'm dragging you over for dinner just so I can show you slides from my vacation. Bacola T, did I do a bare butt check? No, I did not. Thank you for reminding me. I know. What a strange thing that I have to do. But I do because Twitch doesn't like butts. So there you go. Twitch is not Tina. Twitch does not like butts. So there you have it. All right. So thank you everybody for subscribing and for gift subbing and for throwing down biddies and for just hanging out. So I hope to see you on Saturday for Dog Day afternoon. And if I can't see you on Saturday, I hope to see you on Sunday, 5 p.m. West Coast time, 2 p.m. Hawaii time, 8 p.m. East Coast, and 7 p.m. for all our favorite Midwestern folk. There we have it. All right then. So I hope to see you on Saturday, but until then, take care, have yourself a good time.